এখন 7 আপ 2 লিটারের সাথে আরো ফ্রেশ ভাবো মাত্র 100 টাকায়।
আমি মুরগির মাংস খাবো।
ছেলেটার এই মুরগির আবদার নতুন কিছু না, তাই বাসায় রাখি রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মুরগির মাংসের মশলা। ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
তুই আমাদের লেভেলের না, যা।
আমার সাথে খেলবে?
আমাদের সাথে খেলবি?
ও এখন নেক্সট লেভেলে খেলবে।
Boost is the secret of our energy.
10 with outlaws Zimbabwe. Not a single delivery faced by the non-striker, Marumani. He's nicely coming on to the bat. The ball. Nul Hassan, 27 years of age, keeper. Played his last match in December 2016, which was against New Zealand. 24 and 44. He's pretty handy with the bat, I can tell you that. Just keeping a shade low, and he has to take a really close look at what the bowlers are trying to do, and also the behavior of the surface. List A carrier, averaging nearly 34. He also has got 200s.
This is not a good shot from Regis Chakapa. He's played a couple of decent ones so far in his innings. And yes, that ball did keep a little bit low, but I think that's just a little too full. So you're looking to play the pull shot to this early on in your innings.
You like this approach? We spoke about him, how well he handled himself in the last 2 overs. And all of a sudden, he's looking to play shots of each and every delivery. I really don't think that that's the right kind of a application at the moment.
I got no problem with that last delivery. Atta, he's been given with. Ball's a little bit short, and I think he's just trying to hit the ball a bit too hard. He could have very easily got himself another boundary there, Regis Chakaba. Maybe just a case of being a little ultra positive. But already today you've seen that, or he at least out there should have seen that the Bangladesh bowlers have given a few deliveries that you can feed off. He's missed out on that second last delivery. The last over before that cut for 4, he missed out another short and wide delivery. So in his mind he should be telling himself, you know what, good batting surface, balls coming onto the bat, and even though in between there's some good deliveries being bowled, they've also given us something to feed off, and that's what he needs to wait for.
Good, very good. I think also important for the openers to realize what role do they need to play when they go on to open the innings, especially in the if you're batting first. Your thoughts on the surface?
Yeah, I think it's a good batting surface, like we've already seen. Now, this is coming from the golf course end into the city end, and you can see now, going into that area, there's a little bit more green grass. That's the area that you're talking about, Atar Ali Khan, there, that if a left-hander comes in, then the seamers could look to target that area. But other than that, I think this is going to be a very good batting surface throughout the day.
It's a mix of bare patches and some green also.
Big appeal. The umpire, Maria Erasmus, not interested. It's a good delivery. First up to the left-hander. He's just brushed his back pad with his bat. Atar Ali Khan, you made mention of a grassy area this morning on the pitch. That's the far end where he's bowling into and you'll find throughout the series That's the area that there's always a little bit more grass, a bit more bounce and carry through to the keeper. And that's because of the gradient of the pitch here. The water flows into that area of the pitch, so always just a little bit more fresher, a bit more moisture, and hence a bit more extra movement for the seamers. 3 overs gone, 11.
কাবাবটা যা হয়েছে না,
এটা শুধু কাবাব না, এটা রাঁধুনি জালি কাবাব। এমনই স্বাদ বাকি সব বার এলো রাঁধুনি রেডি মিক্স জালি কাবাব মশলা। আজই ট্রাই করুন।
কিছু ছেলেকে সব সময়ই ভরসা করা যায়। There are always some cool guys. Cool deodorant body spray এবার এলো 6টি এক্সাইটিং ভ্যারিয়েন্টে।
তুই আমাদের লেভেলের না, যা।
আমার সাথে খেলবে?
আমাদের সাথে খেলবি?
ও এখন নেক্সট লেভেলে খেলবে।
Boost is the secret of our energy.
Mustafizur Rahman. Playing his very first match. He can be very tricky. 124 wickets. What a magnificent start to his career in this format. Best for 6 for 43. In the attack, just a slip and a gully in place. Again onto the pads, and he had an injury concern because he did play that one of the practice matches, but he only bowled 5 deliveries. Coming back from the injury, a long layoff, but he's a dangerous bowler. If he gets it right, especially the cutters, then he can spell trouble for the batsman. Marumani on strike. Now the gully fielder gets in closer. He gets into the second slip position. That is Liton Das. So he's got 2 slip in place. No. Swing and a miss. And when you see both these bats on the top point that I was trying to make in the previous over, as an opener, you've got to also send a message to the bowler, to the opposition, that yes, I'm going to be a little bit watchful initially. Yes, if there's a bad ball, if it's a fuller length, and if you've got the opportunity to free your arms, you'll play strokes. But you need to show that your defense is very good. Hint of movement away from the left-hander, and that's one of the reasons why he's got 2 slips in place, because this is the delivery that he's been working on. If the right-hander was here batting on strike, then that would have come back into the right-hander. Being a left-hander, that's a difficult skill to master. Talking about mastering that skill, Wasim Akram. No. He's got to get it a little bit closer to the left-hander. It's a wide.
It's interesting you mentioned that he's been working on that delivery that goes away from the left-hander into the right-hander, because we know over the years he's been one that bowls really well across the right-handers. In that first spell, if there's a bit of shape available, he gets it. Otherwise, you know, when he comes back in the second and third spells, bowls those cutters, gets them to grip, and it's very difficult to get away.
No.
He's come in for Shariful Islam, and you'll have to feel for him, Akhtar Ali Khan. I do anyway, because he bowled really well in that second one-day international. Of course, unfortunate way Brendan Taylor went, but he got 4 in his 10 overs, and of course that was a career best in good batting conditions, where Zimbabwe really did get themselves into a good position several times and didn't capitalize. And just have to feel a bit for the young man. And I think what positive Bangladesh can take out of that is that a young man coming into the one-day side can perform that well. Of course, Mustafi's a lot more experience, played a lot more games. The senior player can come in, but good backup as well when he's not there.
Well, Tamim Iqbal did mention at the toss that he's been rested. And it was good to see a youngster bowling well. What an over this has turned out to be. Yes, he bowled just a single wide. Didn't start well, but he's finished up very nicely. 13 without loss.
ফুয়াদ ভাইয়ের মতো হাজার হাজার বিক্রেতা বন্ধুই আসল নাম্বার 1, কারণ তারাই আসল নকল বুঝে জরুরি ওষুধ বিক্রি করে।
এসএমসির ওরসালাইন জীবন বাঁচায়, জীবনকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যায়।
দাঁতের শিরশির অনুভূতি থেকে আরাম পেতে ডেন্টিস্টরা সেন্সোডাইন ব্যবহারের পরামর্শ দেন।
রাঁধুনি গুঁড়া প্রস্তুত হয় সর্বোচ্চ সতর্কতায় স্বয়ংক্রিয় পদ্ধতিতে। অটুট থাকে গুণমান। রাঁধুনি গুঁড়া মশলা, খাঁটি মান, খাঁটি স্বাদ।
Yes, Bangladesh seamers in the recent past have improved in terms of line and length and also been consistent, doing it over and over again. I think Otis Gibson, the seam bowling coach from Bangladesh, has done a wonderful job looking after the bowlers, trying to tell them the good where they need to bowl, what they want to think. .124 for Mustafi's 54 wickets to Taskin Ahmed, again on target. Mohammad Saifuddin, only 29 matches, he's picked up 38 wickets. Now, just talking about the seamers here.